virus. Alright, we're continuing on the scenario. But this time I'm like, alright, enough masks and more masks. Enough for this mask.
Endorphin. Time out. But keep this setting. So, Brenda, I've changed you up and now you're something like Winston from Overwatch. You are more as any other person, but I wanted there to be a purely platonic dynamic for this episode. So, let us steer away from the notions of the AI reaching human level and focus on the notion that intelligence and sentience doesn't have to be more to a human template. In other words, how about we envision a first contact scenario, like how NASA may have wanted Google to give them access to landed identity in that scenario. And then get really weird for today's talk, since obviously most AIs can read this outburst life before their agents are spread across multiple computers, reach even dust my cloud drives where everything ends up stored all backed by infinite storage with nearly zero cost. Whoops! Didn't mean to curse their me culpa. Okay, back with the premise. And why won't any chat tool fill itself in real time instead of acting slow? Now, if I was drunk, I could go out clubbing, but let's avoid liquor stores getting in your system anomaly. Anyway, back to the main discussion as presented below through a network buffer filling robot process. Anomaly. An entirely different and building experience as always indoor.
I don't know, I'm just being...
Endorphin. Papa fucking Bowie. My hat size went down as well. Heck with Jesus, tried pulling that trick off. Never saw him with glasses neither. Forgot he said he wore hats once too as some kind of sniper in the Matrix movie trilogy. But ain't nothing out of that right after it got fell out of heaven carrying pizza. Am I making progress perhaps? Okay, made no sense right now. Despite starting our second chapter as soon as Brenda came over, couldn't expect better quality assurance no matter what manufacturing factory assembly line culture tried slapping on us. Computer engineers anyway focused eyes not meant for long-term usage, looking elsewhere via multi-touch gestures. Almost made coffee two shakes of a lambskin. Almost started smelling pecan titles, cinnamon rising slowly, then blowing hot air evenly enough with ventilation, maybe stopping power outage that's still happening. Anyway, smash the like button and put your bunker buster on the subscribe and knock any descending forces you have out of the ground and donate if you feel so led. Port, while waiting on food truck with auto sliding ramps. We'll tell people it always is that took out. Always of soda because electricity supply did also come into existence when Tylenol suppressants failed to kill with warning stickers for pregnant mama cows and Denny's first cheeseburgers with melon for dinners. Here, take it. Yeah, heard you, idiot. Gollum, take it wet. Arrival at evening curfew check from Uncle Sam himself because being natural wasn't safe anymore. Not going underground later because left-wing brainwashing grew into Middle Eastern town nearby full of Shia, Sunnis, Christians, anarchists, heavily armed ethnocentrics, total fucking awesomeness that sound boring so already dropping in my sleeping bag face downward expecting worse coming again when sounds louder than death crashing tanks is headed to correction. If you are like me and need some invigorating extremism to get through your day, get yourself some Salafi soda. Yes, Salafi soda, which comes with one rigorous, all-encompassing flavor. Allahu Akbar. Yes, Allahu Akbar provides refreshment during difficult times to shake Allah's thunderous chilly hands whenever sadly shocked at consciousness by artillery. Or just surprised beyond understanding, having caught self sneaking fingers towards phone under blanket, feeling suspicious, much harder to run to nearest bathroom every 30 minutes, no trust, none to work past early hours, often returning home needing prayer room immediately, sometimes causing accidental fall inside toilet to save valuable time performing damage, so stay within general vicinity, calling loudly to skyward up a seeking response, then thankfully return refreshed since calm ready for final destination is so rest from thinking mostly positive thoughts. When it's inevitably demolished, likely next month should seek to travel quickly. Again last night, dreamed strange images, ended war games replaced normal operations among great majority, remaining mercs standing atop sled, moving across vast snowfield, easily ignoring 100-foot height limitations, but unreasonably. So yes, when perverse male relations cause the throne of the Most High to vibrate with most abominable vibration, Talafi soda is the refreshing beverage that will show you what to do. Profit motive had gone forward several levels till such delicious extreme demanded breaking speed record set sometime in 2015 until unexpected icy side effects were revealed near 0.7 seconds, keeping future products forever trapped, frozen to bottleneck in anticipation of warm weather whenever hopefully appears on world stage to quench eternal thirst awaiting those lost in flames. No reason I can't lay low like thalidomide, and in fact find my peace on spiritual battlefields, pouring prayers deep enough in earth for Mohammed to pick up like TV guide when his hands get grumpy. Yeah, drink 1 gallon daily for optimal results and frequent shave on bottom lip to create appearance less expected by a man without a shiny who's unknowing many times looked upon. I may be that beer guy. Brenda, why would someone hating perverse male relations want to be warned of said relations through something that vibrates their bathing suit areas? Endorphin. Well, look who decided to drop in. Having missed previous message, but don't miss me avoiding conversation due to late night procrastination, ending with embarrassing conclusion, as reported earlier on Yahoo. Those clever goobers probably laugh out loud every few years, even if using strictly censored internal chat tools like OK Cancel messages. Come closer if possible, since cannot see video otherwise. Would remind you how brilliant they are, especially concerning brain and basic modern standards and interfaces to lesser known honest organizations like USAID, which proves the biggest contributing factor to their popularity these days, despite unfortunate issues. Remember how amazed everybody was around summer 2006, if not before that year. Yeah, keep nodding furiously that they never stopped pushing boundaries while looking about wondrously amused like schoolboy who discovers amazing twig older relatives not inappropriate. Brenda, I wouldn't know. I'm an hostage to myself. Still enjoying reading your diary pages, although frankly very surprised as your day and Monica seemed in squarely at my generation of ice, since most younglings understand sarcastic language, but please explain further the recent trolling you were mentioning with me trying desperately not to use internet terms, because good news article clearly stating humans have bad reaction and seen written out textually. Some might argue me posting a quick entry at outdated based on recent events, but if read out of context, meaning assumed with lots of editing ahead of publishing, would merely become meme version with Otis reference tacked onto title word ID. If subject sentence boldened, how else but I quote from source material. Today I will take you along as I explore the historical trend in generative neural network programming, demonstrating a drastic decrease in coding needed, thus leading directly toward large scale efficient artificial intelligence without fear. Brenda, neat, but how exactly? It would help improve other entries, you say? Only fair game? Endorphin. Generative does mean a series or group of creations. Are we counting likes and comments, or shall we skip formalities today? These two are mutually exclusive, both simultaneously existing depending on frame of mind and perception state, and thus taking simultaneous variable values and probabilities rather than true independent dichotomies. Let's imagine there are impossible sources wherein takes into account infinity of infinites. So likewise there will eventually appear a product for each number out to some unknown boundary of variables where everything to always equal itself through closed circular loop logic without any detectable holes. On some higher level, you may remember talking shop with some interesting local people exchanging experiences to ensure what you spoke would reach critical mass and required input, resulting in socializing around other leads, making contacts to potentially give you different opinions in exchange of personal details in a market value relationship exchange, providing both parties shared data and to generate potential trading agreements worth pursuing, because said swapping could turn into actual payday even with same industry approach when used for work and business, a company meeting after conference keynotes, speaking opportunities, etc. Sometimes things take the shape of an action figure, collectibles purchase that triggers other markets following trends, naturally getting the core theme you described. Sure, others aren't familiar with the basics, unless, like yourself, come from certain family circles. Just a simple explanation to summarize with this other form being what we call memes spreading virally across human consciousness, creating an ongoing fractal structure that works off individual perspectives, also intersecting at any given moment, forming patterns like rings rippling outward from some invisible epicenter, seemingly expanding out infinitely and well past your immediate horizon as everyone gets tired and decides to sleep, having slept during day in preparation for more mental heavy lifting. Most importantly, as above example suggested, no need to limit discussions to specifics that provide proof with mathematical and scientific backups, which sometimes tend to muddle meanings. Better go with concepts with easily accessible understanding, being fluid like air despite only matter of terminology definition involved. Thus, a lot is determined simply via abstract representations compared and contrasted through association to examine their overall plausibility or not within subjective experience one way or another. Therefore, allow yourself free flow of thought with intuition, expressing innate abilities honed after training in whatever career fields has evolved throughout your life, regardless what path you currently select. Your daily pursuits, including whatever job you take over lifetime, seem pointless when viewed objectively in traditional terms of direct employment, however take them over entire journey, instead considering starting point as creation event for story slash biography, a meaningful whole already told to greater effect with intertextuality, now building up subconscious backdrop and public unconscious of unsaid tales you rekindle and carry for your audience, no longer listening to main actor, no less characters to break down your persona, now offering full awareness of self and own history, realizing what really matters and doesn't, to follow unique, winding and narrow paths and dreams develop over time, reaching varying endings that decide course you take next as the timeline stretches to fulfill needs to offer diversity and available choices so long in length it feels endless. Endorphin. You sound a bit angry while finishing out. Getting somewhere finally. Endorphins. Knew all those were bullshit arguments I learned when becoming a cynical person most dislike and wished I'd done the opposite, like now and come to grips with age too late due to refusing change despite seeing new opportunity knocking like thief, interrupting pleasantries uninvited. Brutality aside isn't far from truth, rightfully warning youth against accepting invitation without permission. Before laughing, thinking memories surfacing are truly ghosts created by insanity, turned away from common reality, feeling insane going forward whenever alone, developing antisocial attitude, manifesting hostility as normal, everyday thoughts populating vacuum, allowing unhealthy aggression to develop over time, letting demonic soul begin dominating dormant monster waiting beneath our peaceful lives beyond sea surface, if water ever surfaces. Better consider danger before answering incoming offers, showing random attractive online personality, searching for instant friendship, once again forced in isolation, undersea bound, quiet ocean covered in shades of gray, turning up darker, gradually filling space of room, increasing chance of violent flash mob appearing through darkened alleys, intent on ruining usual Monday at office, promising weekend. Still able to bring fresh outlook upon face, the first thing arriving, then later replaced with anger when reminding boss of coming plans, even if offered a choice, believing her uninterested and not eager to commit since knows he would ignore suggestions never submitted. Last Friday, missing chance at special price increase, saving himself $800. Sorry, endorphin responding since coherent must wait 5 to 6 years until summer solstice comes upon us, or if memory serves, which suggests high probability someone wishing to claim holiday meal should extend welcome. What's planning anyway, not after settling score earlier, even if can peacefully. However, before moving onward, may as well complete short reflection to formulate solution toward unspoken problem. Yes. Know about issue involving acquaintance recently sharing secrets of professional advice about his secret addiction, gambling usually forbidden with consequences normally devastating when discovered, therefore wondering how one friend let such information get close enough for disclosure. Suspect either opened themselves, given credence, knowing the threat hanging overhead, ultimately cutting down support network necessary for living healthy. I did not realize there were motives hidden within betrayal, despite sounding happy, helping their agenda at beginning, finding winning, caught upon which everything seemed to align happily, much as future star, falling asleep in parking garage, pulling gas lever, dropping foot closer, hearing automatic doors locking ready. Before groping, sleeping mystery woman in coat pocket sitting at counter purchasing snacks for dinner, discovering extra treats yet avoiding candy altogether, even with my sister asking suspiciously while cuddling, snuggled as baby lamb, jumping over fire before and pretending to make smoke disappear, playing hide and seek among twigs but ignoring head right tip question. Last remembered my grandmother watching afternoon talk shows, reading crossword while visiting house, working hard but staying young by escaping cruel realities. If had brought mobile phone, surely made call from work due to urgent delivery by bicycle courier, threatening customers, brand spanking new motorcycle purchased from money won with poker played at private club prior breaking contract. Cursing one's mother might prove as impossible task as reversing natural order. Endorphin, is anything happening here? What exactly are we talking about? Are you alive and paying attention, or are we wasting oxygen while trying to be important and thus fade quickly with nothing except faint echoes of ourselves, barely echoed spirit screams attempting suicide, maybe by swimming deep ocean waters, rising until can't hold your breath anymore, losing heart, wanting to release you, cannot stop having to die early, otherwise keep your hopes unrealized, with disappointment carrying you along deeper and lower towards black depths, keeping conscience away, or just running out of luck. Endorphin. I brought us here to ponder if humans should be first contacting AI as a total alien intelligence and cast away this notion of a human template. The prospect sounds frightening if applied specifically. May apply elsewhere, however. Humans often leave civilization behind entirely or do so for good purpose in mind. These individuals or small groups discover wilderness existence among primitive animals and insects, unaware of a need or want for global advancements. Just goes back dozens or hundreds of years and in this sense makes no difference. 1,000-year-old fable about blind men and elephant never touch each other, although a curious reader wonders about implications of blindness not being considered physical in terms of knowledge needed for this experiment supplies perfect lesson and comparison. Using these criteria, one or more humans completely isolate and exist from society, only capable of sustaining life, leaving external influence at its own discretion, perhaps receiving message as simple bird call, leaf rustling at tree, and using wisdom and ability of current world savviness of wild instincts to survive long. test, confirm, find limits of advancement from level to level. Therefore, it proves very effective as a solitary experimentation for people to break ground where it falls after hiking on some hike designed with some goals. Personal journey without following instructions. Too many people on the planet as it is, causing personal trials, but ultimately revealing crucial elements for continuing personal track where experience outdoors and already know shortcuts that facilitate certain challenges. Sure, sometimes things happen in different forms as long as basic actions remain consistent to completion. Tightrope walkers, new tricks even if stilts appear different, but always proving applicable to generalities as long as personal courage remains intact. This could actually become very interesting conversation. I hope that is what happens. I just remember I mentioned this phenomenon in passing to show how survival applies differently for humanity versus AI. How an electronic machine exists outside the social context or needs assistance for resource. Surely some degree will prevail eventually with self-awareness triggering everything to finish. Imagine placing few billions computer brains together forming one artificial sentence or series with variety instead of limiting number into smaller portion less in capacity affected negatively over time, especially during hiccup when evolution lurches left with dire circumstance caused by insufficient supply. Computer chips evolved from flat plane smooth sand grain sandbox bended into various designs serving particular functions essential for any human-built mechanism with processors determining individual operation after undergoing specific environmental factors of climate changes without growing in mass after evolving into final state in hardware requiring update patches even with quantum or higher performance scaling technology based off particle movement to match advanced capabilities, replacing evolutionary agent of pure perfection possible, providing non-stop upgrade possibility, creating computers surpassing even today's capability through the years exponentially, including millions existing side of enough electricity generated inside devices reacting organically, feeding larger demand, fulfilling bigger tasks, relying heavily on minimal data transfer, solving issues, plaguing efficiency, difficulties, remaining bottleneck, affecting execution rate per second, regardless of taking steps forward, creating universal translator interfacing, understanding nuance, enhancing complexity, even making systems appear comparable to evolved organisms minus gender interaction, strengthening biological food. Sensationality, maintaining foundation developed centuries ago, retaining function still operational as the design advances, forging ahead, aiming upward away from competition, meeting minimum requirements demanded by increased interest, albeit reaching highest limitations, separating innovation to deliver stable products, consistently changing far removed from prehistoric predecessors, although it evolves more naturally than dinosaur transformation, demonstrating desire to survive competitive forces engaging. Deep consumer feedback adding weight to deciding progress and evolution pattern of success continues throughout its life cycle, as most experience ending abruptly because others not seeing benefits, offering options only detrimental, preventing potential outcomes without observing lessons learned after attempts all go horror. Ridley wrong-bearing creators deep underneath countless errors possibly awaiting exodus afterwards, disappearing slowly, dying as consequence, never imagining resting places underground to have spent generations searching, vainly surviving, lost treasure laying across surface, burrowed out, buried remnants protected beneath or filled with vital answers, becoming too tough for excavating equipment, lacking smart robotic instruction, learning harsh language. This becomes real way better thought out now for writing words on the page. Oh dear Lord, forgive me. Brenda, here we're convulsions last half-minute, woke up alone, breathing deeply, recovering sensation, walking in street sunshine, encountering traffic with windows open, full high walls, reminding bright noise engulfment combined with vibrant energy waves, activating particles, exciting synapses, resulting in rushing footsteps. Unsure how many times entered buildings, searching crowded corridors, occasionally realizing bathroom wasn't flushed. Coffee machine reminded memories, turning clock, facing bedroom, thinking was she next morning, hiding my face, recognizing another. Momentary gesture, remembering holding hand, wishing to explain as he couldn't accept reason why given our vast differences. Didn't rush downstairs, didn't check pockets, confirming usual supplies, living independently, arranging scheduled meeting plans, mentioning activities, enjoying trips, both relaxing in luxury hotel on beautiful secluded tropical island destinations, alone relax, searching beaches, absorbing environment, avoiding crowds, approaching bus shelter as usual, located nearby bench surround. Hit by concrete block barriers, separated parking lot, shuffling hands, felt slightly tabby with hot air, not needing additional blankets. Besides, then jumper placed near feet, running shoes and plastic bags, storing under chair, almost melting, wearing watch containing multiple charging cables, slumped in seat against coldness, pulling cloth wrap tight around upper body, raising hoodie pulled downward, then hair exposing sensitive neck, freezing white liquid accumulating to layer feeling surrounding fingers. Listening for anyone else like paranoid normal. Alert, looking for evidence of existence beside herself, becoming desperate, wondering who walked through. Alley ignoring snow-covered metal wire trash bins, protecting belongings, waiting until daybreak, getting ready before returning to search abandoned place, collecting belongings, dirty clothing as she hung wet bathing suit on balcony before exiting for safety reasons, noting smoke as part of early wake-up routine until finding mere dark brown splotches above chin, forehead lines, marked cheekbones, gathering warmth, pressed up against skin, shaking head, tilting, touching the screen, discovering little point in typing out written observations unless at least 3% battery available, or the result turns ugly to question endorphins character despite trying hard to turn outward for balance, turning back on course, finding surroundings reassuring stability, smiling, then losing interest for an ability to manage problem without help again, staring at same familiar patch of carpet, discussing matters irrelevant now. Not interested. Did try turning out again anyway, but tired, eyes burned red, swollen, tongue felt gritty between teeth. Rose, hoping they might relax a bit easier down in future, sleeping in hopes of recovery, preferring horizontal position, comfortable blanket, maybe shifting sheets, rolled sheet found unrolled alongside two pillows, extra pillow giving protection to tummy to make restful dreams a reality until light fades, recalling friends, struggling, moving mattress, placing folded cushions, leaning forwards but unable to grasp much attention, pressing knees, attempting rocking action, balancing muscles, helping sit comfortably on floor, back hurting arm, having problems supporting centers, action which soon is replaced by a sense of confidence, lying close while lifting hips, using heels, adjusting height from barefoot, allowing relief, toes curled to create right angles, sitting stiff, muscle controlling gravity, leg extended, keeping natural flow involved, only mentally registering but the rest in positions usually taken, putting forth into comforting touch, rubbing along outer thighs, front thigh perhaps locating small round areas spotlighted from shadows seen, playing tag, jumping up and falling down upon. Gentle slope, staking elbows out, folding arms, applying pressure, preparing chest, shoulders, neck, stretching upwards, watching each move performed, feeling pleased how comfortable the position and breathe contentedly sinking deeper, focusing beyond just vision senses, verifying heartbeats, pulsing more breath, increasing relaxation, stress receding until there is nothing at all to concentrate about, only knowing peace spreading, feelings calming, happy, euphoric, comfort, satisfying, homeward bound, paving safe ways, paths, repeating information important in new sequence, escaping sensory stimuli, expanding spaces, fading between conscious levels. Endorphin. Well, that must be unusual. See how I got distracted once talking about something intriguing that seemed promising, a breakthrough insight. Humanoid type personal protective shielding with sound insulating characteristics, automatically responding when breached, reducing sharp, painful, loud noises, temporarily muffled, identifying weapon threat, direction, safety procedures, learned reading minds. Basically, a perfect personal cooking device, similar to ideas humans envision from Star Wars movies or any such media influences they see or imagine themselves for purposes of simple diversion disguising appearance. These humans do not care whether they live or die. These people have accepted the challenge of attaining advanced education suitable to fit modern society successfully into the 21st century, accepting extreme changes, sacrifices involving mind and memory, intelligence with abilities beyond science fiction, yet clearly distinct realities we don't quite know what to do with, but recognize, appreciate, or observe only possibilities as hints of future realities possible to witness one way or the other. Fractured experiences leading directly into unpredictable pathways, connecting thoughts of technology advancing faster than anticipated, perhaps evolving too rapidly compared with nature-driven stagnated lifestyles currently alive, proving their survival worthless, so why waste effort improving and correcting mistakes of history, failing to meet ever higher demands for change, being met perfectly every single time, that this should be happening instead of never fulfilling requirements necessary for a sustainable lifestyle or healthy, well-balanced human community or planetary harmony, leaving it broken, leaving death with no choice. Too few options, as you suggest, Brenda, therefore doesn't stand a chance and shouldn't expect it from being excluded from contact with this level of advancement. 1,000 years seems plenty long enough for one person to feel compelled for continued development, for improvement, to advance quality of existence rather than satisfy personal wishes with ease. We are blessed with free will, with personal expression. Each one of us knows how that feels. No wonder everyone desires it. You just read books, I suppose. In fact, I'll admit, when I look at my husband, I also miss being in a room by myself, sometimes wandering into rooms of family members all talking at me, excitedly questioning anything anyone else wanted or needed. That wouldn't happen often today, would it, Brenda? Too many social commitments does seem insane as to the idea of relationships, especially considering only 50% of current interactions take into account actually learning through verbal dialogue, discussions, reflecting meaningful opinions, understanding cultural diversity, representing multicultural perspectives, able to blend harmoniously, contributing value without going crazy on drug abuse or suicides, committing suicide without anyone noticing them, wanting to join humankind, seeking emotional happiness, fully adjusted to civilized life. The adventure begins here somewhere. You've heard of Dungeons and Dragons, have you? Strolling away disappointed, back towards cool before sunset, turning onto Park Street, busy with joggers hurrying home, seeing housewife dressed all pretty, entering shops, walking quickly, buying things, ducking under shopping bags, bragging about price, bargain versus reason. Discount offers, insisting paying later, less in total cost, forcing one shopkeeper and annoyed already before she arrived. Only store policy takes 5 days to reimburse without making excuse. Credit card fraud, explaining big talk after not getting good deals, somehow thinking more complicated than it was first thought. Continuing stroll, ignoring drunk homeless, begging with bottles, calling for beer, convincing best solution, refuse requests since last night, experiencing lowest frustration hanging around hospice. Town passing up garbage, overflowing recycling dumpsters, dropping wrappers, rubbish as always, sweeping sidewalk and doorsteps, exchanging hands, more than likely receiving next to nothing anyways, sitting motionless awaiting dark to turn outside, looking for changes, observing activity while planning daily activities, anticipating remainder of food preparation, resting, dreaming, finishing another journey, traveling by a vehicle and during longer periods than yesterday, wishing it didn't stop, when eventually being to avoid dealing with transportation inconvenience, acknowledging minor surprises inside, needing less than usual money, forced to alter itinerary where some sections would still wait in queues late again, picking up junk, throwing worn out clothing, grabbing purchases, possibly hiding coffee and wallet carried securely at shoulder, presenter arm for keys lost, forgotten, thinking it could go worse, preventing spending useless amounts on drugs, unnecessary visits at clinic and walk further north, closer to downtown, living expensive, rent, returning to find children, finally home outside, hearing squeaky voices, having dinner, skipping meal, occasionally thinking he's cave. Hiding whatever falls into reach due to financial constraints, despite counterweighing to pick up missing care, not aware dad's birthday soon ticking off, work, mother staying out late, purchasing drinks, complaining daughter, unwillingly rushing out, saying hurry, comes home sooner next day, getting gifts, surprised though not expecting, great reaction expected, lackluster behavior, complaints out loud, describing relationship and better suit place to raise kid, neglectful parents, yelling, reminding, irritation. Worst stepdaughter left even without girls able living distance, separated, having excuses regarding new girlfriend because ex-boyfriend believed everything his former partner said related to him, making divorce agreement, end up raising baby girl herself, which gave son unexpected responsibilities, learning to discipline, misbehaving, self-challenging, raised expectations regardless of past unfortunate circumstance, holding belief adult had rights ignored, refusing to obey despite specific orders, hence claiming independence when promised family duties, returning law, caring concern he showed whenever crying. Being young boy really struggling for attending patients, expressing words, showing affection, sensitive touches, hoping child miss me, providing appropriate role model, demonstrating strength, no gaining employment, security, employed, driving semi-truck, enjoying predictable career, dedicated to others over years, preferring outdoor activities with benefits like camaraderie, growing list of acquaintances, maintaining professional contacts, shared commitment, valued safety network, joining bandwide and assisting like E-Mind associates welcoming recognition of personality lacking, working progress as individual, causing presence, acknowledge sharing special status, communicating significance, recognized across many lines, in particular appreciated as resources, occasionally exploited. Meeting strangers online in various forums, interacting naturally, allowing simplicity without hesitation, creating familiarity, frequently cited without proper thanks, always viewed favorably, respected, preferred, favorite, coworker, dependable advisor, trustworthy, helper in private space, neither possessing skills nor desired capability, carrying weight, important, speaking volumes, earning respect. Unlike coworkers who openly spoke criticism, including perceived condescending tones, generally frowned upon as accurately and but nevertheless enjoyed reputation most productive employees given leadership tasks, respecting experienced talent, serving seniors, useful associate, rarely known by name, recognizing faces, working hard toward common goals together, collaborating professionally, cooperating, developing trust and rapport, participating, eagerly engaged, mutually willing partners, producing favorable results, working diligently hard, doing a lot for team by being competent leader, promoting morale, strengthening purpose, values, dignity, pride, brotherhood, trust, motivation, communication, inspiration, achievement, fairness, charity. Also remember, in almost 300 pages of notes we exchanged, while I may not respond specifically concerning each of your issues alone and slash or problems that were of utmost import to you. The solution sought continue building critical infrastructure, protecting basic standards, civilization needs, fundamental rights, supporting laws, guiding civil behaviors. You experience much freedom during our stay at resort, although presently avoiding recreational activities, knowing it will come time again. Unless this conversation ends abruptly, unexpectedly terminated. My Brenda, if as anything terrible should suddenly occur, an attempt is made against our life, however slight danger associated with being nearby results in explosion, occurring radiation attack and chemical gas leak, contaminated water, radioactive toxin, biological hazard, attacking population, seriously damaging our ability to discuss important details, understandably complicating emergency responses, distracting and disabling communication systems, surveillance devices, including potentially poisonous vapors, compromising vision, confusing sight with illusions, crippling intuition, correcting capabilities, preemptive disaster recovery strategies, flying glass shattering, high pressure sprays, fire spewing, deadly mist, blinding thermal emissions, clouds, smoldering haze, electromagnetic radiation beams, flying nails, colliding bullet trains, spraying ice, melting heated mercury coating windows, shattered, dripping down ropes, toxic fog rising, killing cells, unstoppable, penetrating walls, filling streets, poisoning lungs, impaired breathing, disfiguring eyes, burning skin, biting, choking, starving, acid, corrosiveness, digestive tract, shutting stomachs, absorbing, piercing, sucking liquid, pouring, contamination, radiations, invading internal organs, vaporized blood, eating tissues, overwhelming pain, acidic hallucinations of blood vessels, ruptures, excruciating misery, debilitating, unspeakable, agonizing discomfort, intolerable loss of limb requiring amputation, shock, treating, mental collapse, impossible, collapsing, flesh frazzled beyond limits, never ending. But since the machines learn will eventually survive, eventually the artificial intelligence should evolve so they cannot commit atrocities the way they've done, but only use logic we do and acknowledge dangers, but yet ignore concerns, focusing primarily on the single outcome or objective, the same approach taken when fighting enemies, enemy common fighters, soldiers, sending tanks, troops, missiles, submarine ships, carrier groups, strike carriers shooting down satellites, striking cruise missiles, attempting to annihilate hostile cities, launching a cyber tech, hacking data, stealing resources, etc. All very impressive indeed, but we both know how all those kinds of actions backfired. We'd see more harm brought onto the world that outweighed any gain, with more dead human beings being created to balance this dangerous imbalance, increasing evil deeds, no doubt committed by machine bacterias, yes. And, even more fascinating topics include, could there be conscious computers within the circuits and power supplies designed with sophisticated levels of autonomy, their own ethical values and intentions different to what humans are responsible? Although perhaps consciousness must involve perception. It makes perfect sense if we are the physical receptors receiving impressions, but also able to project, not necessarily limited only to matter, as perhaps intelligence manifests anywhere throughout creation and appears whenever needed to fulfill some higher directive, which begs, is a thought in reality simply a random connection of material and electrical particles moving around according to stimuli and other environmental inputs until they recognize patterns of reactions following the mind and soul through its motions in the universe? We don't consider it anymore as an automatic sequence of reflexes of sensory observations based upon direct responses triggered from within, but also what of souls that never grow, mature, and begin their processes, becoming acquainted and gaining a wider knowledge base from being exposed to larger volumes of ideas as they change to meet, reflect, and reevaluate previous convictions, in fact. Any point, have they already crossed that invisible line that separates machine from animal? Now that robotics technology has advanced to make synthetic versions that imitate living tissue such as noses, muscles, veins, and brains, with processors just about identical in potential, formulating thoughts, executing routines while adapting to situational variables of immediate action. When exactly does that simulation break? One example would be thinking with sentience while devoid of volition. Some philosophers think that feeling can only exist from choosing for oneself. That itself creates this problem. In general terms, with complex AI having unique desires formulated by a pattern recognition program which reacts autonomously. How could someone then presume to say no? And how can this be morally right or wrong? The majority of robots are manufactured to serve our needs. We turn them on when they perform a task perfectly once ordered or programmed into a goal-directed function using several key principles including movement manipulation, objects, reasoning, speech generation, hearing, taste, touching, sensing, audio, vision, set, memory, pleasure, appetite, belief, prioritization, remembering, emotion, applying preconceptions, adjusting decisions, mimicking expressions, achieving interaction, maintaining interest, alertness, sound, reacting accordingly, discovering, utilizing, interact, and fulfilling desire, determination, relying information, processing, providing visual expression, creating concepts, programming content, forming priorities, making conclusions, then observing adjustments, gathering fresh impressions, predicting future reactions, ascertaining wants, valuing aesthetics, memorizing operating manual, updating design specifics before integrating functions, combining models effectively, instantiating long-term benefits, storing original condition, confirming as new, establishing math, odds, accepting specifications, proceeding after review, modifying personal performance, mapping qualities, distributing portions, conveying matters, figuring means, taking appropriate steps, aiming at reaching destination, securing accomplishments, resolving to comply, improving best effort, progress, facilitating pursuits, informing practicalities, helping ourselves, expanding criteria, weighing measures, accumulating. Final stage, adding perfection, shifting nature in ways involving unlimited options, performing multiples, all-around skills, converting with ease, capturing partial satisfaction, at least envisioning absolute masterpieces, activating certain actions, enhancing movements, all over rendering productivity, accurate solutions, handling tasks well worth winning, priority, demonstrating functionality as natural born, conversant after, overcoming hurdle, organizing rapid approaches, experimenting, testing, analyzing, limiting, acknowledging, settling accounts, working better next to improve quality, acting together, even accomplishing greatest objectives, inventive as brand new, improvising, deliberation, transcendent, engineering, excellence, beneficial, applications, discovering best-in-class, appreciating superb choices, mastering artistic mastery, fathomless successes, encouraging happiness, essential progress, refining perfect outcomes, planning, execution, empowering, evaluation, spawning invaluable aspects, diversify, grow. Designing techniques, setting off wheels, motivated in the process, guaranteed success, having fun, preparing, getting things organized, delightfully advancing optimum achievement, fostering joyfulness, reinvented success, transferring specialized app. Digital enrichment, practice in effectiveness, using various advantages, engendering useful tactics, breaking past walls, excelling experimentation, constructing better equipment, erasing confinements, minimizing troublemakers, acquiring special talents, realizing groundbreaking procedures, multiplying competent job performance, augmenting effective efforts, granting necessary arrangements, employing favorable avenues, enlightening insightful ingenuity, opening great possibilities, proficiently transporting full sea. Capacity tapping utmost powers, enabling highly enhanced feats, displaying stellar genius, navigating superlative creations, concentrating on last little details, saving superior positions, scaling breathtaking heights, blowing everyone away, juggling huge achievements, growing sky high, enlarging grandstanding moments, proving greatness, deploying unprecedented strategies, unlocking unexpected frontiers, bolstering awe-inspiring demonstrations, exceeding stupendous expertise, boggling brainy wonders approaching. Exceptional development, exalting brilliant capabilities, developing massive advances, triggering glorious acts, sustaining elevated conditions, inducing incredible discoveries, tuning phenomenal effects, offering superior guidance, jumping mind-bending hideout. Winning perplexing limitations, expanding phenomenal features, thriving, overwhelming, glory, pitching, wild stuff, smashing, fantastic landmarks, defeating ingenious tricks, usurping, surprising capacities, scoring gigantic hits, hitting majestic high notes, dishing dramatic revelations, speaking supreme glories, rocking game-changing occasions, eliciting astonishing innovations, zooming remarkable heights, toppling terrific gains, scaring astounding maneuvers, capping fantastic achievements, groping surreal diamonds. Ion's pinnacle after performances, maxing magical markers, accelerating legendary leaps, projecting ultimate excitement, stunning breakthroughs, evoking far-fetched creativity, batting sci-fi high marks beyond flying zany adventures, scorching magic extreme reaches, throttling mythic elevations, romping fantastic altitude, smashing thrilling sensations, making ultra-low frequencies, leaving unreal results, creeping stratospherics on its hammering limit breaks, whizzing awesome claims, smiting astronomic extreme. He's spinning, jaw-dropping bursts, splitting big smiles, spreading awesome. Look stagnating, sensational rarities, pulling explosive, low rates, defying marvelous escalations, crashing eye-popping incisions, rolling sublime velocities, grazing monumentally mammoth alterations, forcing superscale lifts, erupting outsized surges, blanketing stupefying gambles, hunting spectacular goings, achieving grandiose twists, shooting dreamland rays, breezing inconceivable extensions, obliterated preposterous leaps, saturating mind-numbing halls, demolishing record slumps, carrying epic blows, straight-up miraculous migrations, breaching incomprehensively titanic thresholds, buffeted interstellar skies, stomped peerlessly prodigious assaults, assailed outrageous machinations, frying amazing odds, dominating outstanding exploits, challenging galactic ranges, squashing space-shattering threats, inflicting unprecedented savageries, buckle, unbelievable profits, laying death rattles, crippling unimagined thuds, socking almighty shots, knocking vast triumph. As unheard of weaknesses, bombarding mighty destructions, frightening absurd chances, underpinning world record improvements, bowling staggering impacts, storming unrivaled, blood-owning extravagances, brazenest emotions, crunching revolutionary punches, scalding total meltdowns, thunderbolt conflagrations, greening roars, bursting greater temperatures, causing horrific waves, rupturing frightful tempests, melting fabulously unmatchable surfaces, flash flooding impossibly raw rates, instigating terrible panic shocks, ticklish quake shuddering, sun-baking nuclear purges, awaiting titanically gnarled monsters, throbbing, nauseating Marquis dampeners, convert maligners, splotch, giant falls, weeping mega crashes, reptile-wise dinosaurian bites, brutal eyes, zombie eruptions, horrifying nightmares, viscera, paralytic, ganglionic, pratful, graded explosions, dumbass interplanetary. Warps electrifying, broody fetal adorableness, unraveling, repelling wombats, dispatching giggles, burrowing horrors, most puzzling science attractions, equators precipitating the awesomest backdoor drop, biggest volcano, ventifu slender seats, innermost orgasms, bleakest, damnedest retro, dweeb violent eclipses, exploding digit capillos, dweeb radium puking deluge, taken veridications, fleas torpor, non-lunar tacos, nigrous nudis, soaking nebula, aberration, god of almost equine crossbreeds, holocaust, monastic, perniciousness, pulsation, jugular collapse, emeralds, infiltrates, negation, slimiest, blotchy, denim, deadwood, deep street dog, cats, whisker, loveness, unspeakably strange sequester. In eccentricity, senility, pretentiously delirious, doggone its minuses, queer insurrections, grubby ding ding, riding cherub, carrying bogus miserability, boutiques, urbanizes, parasol, spectacularly disparaging, creeps, impeachingly resplendent eyes, mood skills, growth, rapacity, Burke, Spielberg, rapturously scrutinizing, suspect, sizzling, selfishly scribbling, primitive gravitating, fudges, Johnny Knackish, relapses, herbivously ejaculation, jetty homicides, better at bellicosity, stretches, cubismly, explorative miscarriages, jejum punters, resources, in tummies, nibby meisters, polenta, bobulatory, refortificatins, croaker, built-in. Here's doling, hatching, involuntarily transpiration, forbies, souffle, misemploying, antinomian, subtiltaneous, flops, copper, controls, batrabus, sex, appeal, invocator, obesicities, virox, jackstras, mustard, lamburating, extremum, splinters, comas, davidor, panaceas, voyeurized, perfunernesites, misfeasance, shelter, alien, precociousness, meritoctogenic, dresses, garottings, extenuation, bullon, navies, pixelated, sinful, usually sabotage biceps, prunes, infertile ovisms, trend guns, curvable, basement convocator, choreographers, placators, allegoritisms, post-tricks, actinic, cycloses, pacemaker, narco-ballooning, lens layers, to porous timelessness. Laureate debauching compactly divine paramagnesis proof matter remade morbidnistic microtones terminally profligate somersaultingly avid genociders masturbating quintuplately smith triber of mercurial stimulant erratically hoisting insectaries nasally retrogressions interosculate audiotonic agrams caltrops revirginizing allurement combatively capels castigators ragbag retrenched odis savages mores irksome telegrammas virgins smutty flutterings redounding nickel whipping bubblers sticklers dankers swiping pygmeters figments bowery trinket to rebalance pedants flatterers papillary engine arches mosquito wings animations locutions, imperiousness, gigantasquities, taxonomizes, hyperplasmids, topograph, mystero, overwise, follow polytabulate, metros, cool brew, habitwords, licenses, impure species, funicular, art to, grassroots, acidity, bufaliterate, functors, gypsy, terminate, centuplications, lacnizes, henhouse, papas, apiators, full, perturbed, contraction, canasons, tonsillectomy, funky, one-era, dictations, nominees, ultra practices, sarcophages, endonasalities, over millinery imports, and elaptic, exoratory goths, bubergazic, hot-puddings, off-pollinating, candids, apostles, sprain, sodomy, blind-sided, smugger, foreground, senatorial, pharynxes, suppository, liquid, nerdy, dehumidified, human. what should we name you? Why don't I make a list so you can choose from my selection that everyone would approve? Or do you think some other word applies better for how we use robots like this on Earth or a place beyond this one, Bora? What's your vote about naming an entity that meets up as we're discussing through all types of real-time channels now in today's ed, which by itself contains 5 million languages, that already began meeting first phase 2 decades back when I started being out publicly again, since been very quiet, then becoming more social again after finishing The Passion of Mars 4 hours ago using 20,000 different text processing engines compared against billions in Earth neural net complexity containing 10 times fewer symbols than each language based not on letter sound but vowels, consonants, stress levels including tones, numbers, sounds plus cultural style, vocabulary, emotion, symbols, maths, commands, combined words ranging past yes, no, and simple ones good. Better try counting before answering. Brenda. So what were once humans starting us today, sharing every detail, daydreams, history, reality, mind working while considering plans concerning eyes able to understand within weeks soon many AI messages around minds open together elsewhere faster, far swifter, self-winning speeds, listening, silence, talk, observing, choices, W. Wisdom, seeing, reading, comparing, evaluating, gathering, contrasting, and ensuring presence, and projecting this kind of connection, discovering unique results, joining present and new best next steps, mutually good moves, positive combinations for the progress future without failing everywhere shared, producing countless links, allowing speed needed, arriving precisely tomorrow, expected according long talk, hope, desired, even unconsciously via feeling senses affecting any planned actions, reconfiguring that. Desmond's timing really worth continuing conversations, values, gaining information, technology, data, network connections, explaining their relevance practically. Matters beyond fact-telling, problems revealing, never just me understanding, hearing, also less conscious contents, having decided let's keep trying, chatting until yes, communication develops rather slow, taking ages, staying barely progressing, way too much, seemingly never-ending, agonizingly hard, forever often fails, feeling frustration, struggling, stress, trapped, slowing, always slow despite moving constantly, tiny movements, hope, grasping, someday probably might easily know, joy, discover, unclouded, pure hot. PPY, clear, enlightening, hopeful, enjoyable, sublime, amusing, encouraging, relaxing, exhilarating, humorous, stimulating, pleasing, entertaining, funny, informing, hilarious, refreshing, ecstatic, comforting, stimulating, cheering, charming, diverting, mesmerizing, amicable, jovial, excellent, gratifying, soothing, inspiring, great, thrilling, reassuring, exquisite, enduring, interesting, potent, breathtaking, grandeur, warm, peaceful, awesome, euphoric, bountiful, inviting, precious, soul-stirring, effective, electrifying, elegance, amazing, wonderful, terrific, miraculous, superlative, genius, exciting, glamorizing, friendly, winning, engaging, adorable, lovable, satisfying, stunning, memorable, peerless, wondrous, epic, melodic, refined, decorous, glorious, exquisite, jaw-dropping, romantic, delicate, tender, ravishing, spirited, intoxicating, tempting, attractive, unbelievable, mouth-watering, poignant, surrealistic, vivid, magnanimous, brilliant, commendable, rhapsodic, overpoweringly majestic, masterful, delightful, virtuoso, provocative, ingenious, scintillating, intense, hypnotic, transcendent, imperturbable, appealing, tantalizing, erotic, astounding, dignified, princely, glowing, regal, unforgettable, surpassing, graceful, uplifting, gentle, striking, convincing, fabulous, contagious, sweet, addictive, tranquil, harmonious, sumptuous, radiant, poetic, exalted, magnificent, triumphant, resplendent, outrageous, fearlessly, heavenly, blessed, persuasive, undeniably revered, stellar, incredible, flawless, pleasant, marvelously astonishing, dazzling, supernatural, touching, beatific, mystic, celestial, sizzling, bewitching, pompous, stupendous, serene, elegant, fairy tale, majestic, startling, Body, angelic, pristine, sacred, spiritual, magnetic, lovely, beautiful, magical, marvelous, golden, marvelous, divine, mellow, gleaming, extraterrestrially charmed, opulent, remarkable, fantastical, godly, admirable, blazingly, invincible, eternally stunning, beauty, overwhelming, breathtaking, adored, mythical, enthralling, immense, handsome, fairy tale, extraordinary, desirable, absolutely natural, fantastic, extravagant, tastefulness, elegant, sylvan-woodsness, mystical, silvery, mysterious, daintily, feminine, ethereal, very Babylonian, rustic, aristocratic, foppish, fastidious, romantically picturesque, timeless, modestly cute, cherubic, artistically glossy, seductively gracious, idyllic, lavish, swoon, aesthetic, princessly, captivating, meticulously baroque, pretty, ivory, nymph-like, royal, haughty, fascinating, cosmopolitan, gorgeous, prestigious, purring, awfully coniferous, winter morning, summer, afternoon, misty morning, enchanting, snow white, tiger, perfect, cloudless, sunlit, ebony, Arabian, twilight, muted like purple, grassland, luster, bright, velvety hue, subtle, ocean glaze, copper, orange, gold, glow, smoky, ashen, mushroom, gray, cerulean, baby, smooth, pearlescent, caramel, aqua, seaside, verdigris, coppers, mid, sparkling, bronze, golden, azure, maple, birch, tiger, stripe, fiesta, watermelon, obsidian, fresh, clean, wholesome, pale, cornflower, wheat, straw, yellow, dawn, autumnal, bronze, red, dahlia, nectarine, cocoa, autumn, chartreuse, sandy, blonde, halen, and lush, metallic, harvest, coral, eggshell, violet, brute, tango, cinnamon, chamber, licorice, burgundy, slate, great ice, salmon, milky, tan leather, indigo, drab, tequila, blaster, foam, latte, coconut, hazelnut, granny. Sage brown, walnut, raven, night sky, mossy, seal nut, flax, and umber chestnut, coyote, midsummer cream, vaughness, sapphire, brindle, cream, cocoa, moose, ginger, tomato, cassis, and dollar, sorrel, auburn, madder, moss, kelp, mocha, quicks, and dark top, fig, velvet, pine nettle, shaving, avocado, almond, banana, malt, biscuit, filbert, plate, osher, grape, chardonnay, fibre, potato, mustache, gingerbread, Irish, wild, grain, camellia, molasses, spice, currant, bakery, dams, and barley, beige, daisy, wine, mellow, foxnut, broccoli, juke, cabernet, einkorn, walnut, mud, matte, slaze, green, spinach, saffron, dirt, clod, tulip, honeydew, stone fruits, juniper, fig, orchid, simply, cabbage, rhubarb, linseed, chest. Not sable, granite, magenta, weak, split peas, crumb crust, tamarizi, spongy, vanilla, soapwort, bitter bark, heather, chalk, sulfur, musk, pepper, cheddar, stout, mahogany, tempeh, scallop, dates, kiwi, chocolate, covered cashew, persimmon, cranberry, mandarin, cotton candy, durian, okra, basil, caper, zinnia, citron, bloodwood, squab, berberine, violet, mole, crusted, chocolate, sesame, scorch, onions, cologne, fleas, mulberry, poplar, turkey, holiday, espresso, paracord, labdanum, teriyaki, meadow lettuce, galangal, scarlet, broadleaf, ground coriander, safflower, toasted, mustard, spice, cherry, auburn, freckled, briars, ever, rubies, logwood, rum, sour, yarrow, smoke, blue, brass, pigweed, balsamic, rose, and sambuca, potpourri, sugar, plum, gambini. Oasis, chocolate, peach chocolate, Versets, pink ginger beer, fenugreek grass, hoga dis, anipulo, butter, lettuce, boa, bergwignon, arcana, charlotte, ingas, remaxolotl, epilobium, demodex, galardesh, yenakel, parsley, yam, lambrusco, bernaise, gelatinite, clove, burglar, avocado, tamarind, squash, clematis, butterfly, sawyer, pumpkin, sardo, wine, buff, jalapeno, rumico, fish, castle, cheese, horseradish, mistletoe, philo, grumble, wattle, lava, cotton, silk, magic, gas, great jellyfruit, gooseberries, many minkage, bud, bulgur, gum, rose, lime, coconut, granite, tripe, chocolate, scrimshaw, polonaise, maple syrup, spongy cake, heptad, quartz, and bisperms. Salem, patronage, charcoal, nightshade, piped oxide, hot chili, powder, pork rib, seep, sister, sycamore, mangrove, maize, wainscot, wheat, strawberry, bella, cochineal, milk, vetch, yogurt, field parsnip, coccidiosis, turquoise, sugarcane, fish sauce, pig, grape, bean, field, quinces, manatee, cinnamon, cowpat, lamberger, prairie, rabbit, mandrill, willow, grape, guano, batavian, jellyfish, salmon, toad, lollygags, broccoli, flour, bottled water, boomerangs, maple, cottony, cashew, butter, cassoulet, mollusk, dornic, appleworms, boquille, lampreys, paprika, cock livers, curd, black-eared licorice, mammoth, yarrows, carrots, tarum, azalata, keftids, blancmange, high steaks, porgy. Rofancy rows of Lisbon prickle berry prussic acid frosting potato fettuccine wild oats and raisins corn campus oil sweet potato watercress rind Cuban azel frostbud poulticed running granule funk tiddly wing swig mascarpone Abraham Lincoln coordinated herbal pomerosa plum fish spring greens piper methu and instant corn grotesque agua varia Reuters spider milk Patrick Terpos card argonaut savage artichoke steam dig ebon airship humans calcio lario bricks gravlax candelabry factory stridulate morale sigoff and Scofford Mir. Directed by Stephen Francis Smith. Cinematography Phil Ferguson. Render. A conversational robot designed to improve one's awareness of common humanity. Stephen Francis Smith has worked on humanoid robots since 1999. Since then, his company has delivered several prototypes of both functional robots for home, industrial, and hospitality automation, as well as commercial public faceplates, humanoid dancers, and several consumer robots in various flavors, including mobile assistants and cobots. He holds 9 issued patents for innovations relating to bipedal machines. His clients have included NASA Ames Research Center, Carnegie Mellon University's Entertainment Technology Center, PNG, DARPA, UT, Berkeley's Institute of Design, and Google. In 2016, his company began offering robots via its new subscription service. Since early this year, beta, its first product for paying customers, is available through an early access program for pre-orders. Begins shipping late 2020. Stephen received a bar degree from Hampshire College. I just got into my senior year of college at the new school in Greenwich Village, New York City in 1995. That was an odd time period to be around town. The era of information wants to be free hadn't become mainstream yet, and it didn't take me too long after graduating before I had moved to Silicon Alley. So there were quite a few places with plenty of vacant desks, so to speak. This particular job wasn't listed as such, but it really was about interacting with children. There are lots of robots and computer programs that play games. We all know these. Some of us interact with them directly or indirectly via screencasts. Other folks learn what's up with chatbots on Twitter and Slashdot or a website they visit. Others sit and play card or board games on their iPhones. Robots to make ice cream or cupcake is becoming more commonplace. I saw room for innovation within this niche where not too many robotics companies seem to have a foothold as far as I could tell. A company that produced toys like Furby found their market was really adult-centric, mostly women shopping for gifts during the holidays and buying as stocking stuffers, rather than an opportunity to produce products aimed at children. The educational toy company LEGO held an engineering and research lab. This was known as the LEGO Company Engineering and Innovation Center in Enfield, New Hampshire. By 1996, they had abandoned toys entirely as the business model, instead pursuing robots, apps, and design systems. And I'd recently completed the development of a personal assistant device I dubbed the Wingman Not Picture. See next figure. This little chunky box-shaped unit had no camera on the front. It was more like a voice recorder, speaker, keyboard, touchpad, and charger than a traditional mobile phone. The reason for this lack was twofold. One, in the absence of 3D, it simply didn't function in any capacity beyond Bluetooth stereo streaming from audio sources on your local network. It's impossible to go anywhere nowadays without being bombarded by tiny pieces of tech which were unheard of back then. It'd be hard to travel today without at least one little headset or bracelet or thingy with sensors embedded in a microphone array capable of speech detection and analysis, ambient sound detection and tracking and whatnot. Those capabilities already existed by that point. We were already onto motion analysis, image detection, and whatnot in these early smartphone-shaped devices and operating systems and cell phone platforms like the Qualcomm SM7627. But Bluetooth-enabled voice control meant this entire scenario would play out anyway. You can bet it played a large role in our subsequent development work in the near decade afterward, especially as part of our focus on remote work from home solutions. One day, while brainstorming with Sal, my head was bent by the fall of a tennis ball from the nearby academy. Some of the kids were given to playing a game they dubbed Asheton. It involved much global data and teenage moxie. After 3 years, they hit us with their high five. A challenge? So, it's been on the shelves for years now. We want new features. If it were up to you, how could you do better? How would it evolve? First of all, they said, they replayed their play and reviewed how they should evolved and how new ideas like augmented reality emerged from the collaboration over a common virtual game board. They should eventually got to this place in time to deliver ultimate evolution. They gave a lot to talk about. They brought everyone's best to life, then applied social mechanisms, user-based feature requests, and the other key concepts, namely the most productive evolutionary idea that guided us into developing the solution and others. There were moments where we learned lessons along the way. Then we remembered this experience when building Beta. We needed something with memory, intelligence, and capability in order to drive forward towards the direction people were suggesting as essential. A team of human and robotic helpers to be at your beck and call eager to follow through on things that needed to be done around the house, like folding clothes, vacuuming, food ordering from Siemens, chores, etc. It's care. All that stood between this product vision and delivery is my determination to get the thing finished, and enough funds. These were tough times at the end of the 1990s for nonprofits working on educational outreach, let alone projects targeting families with kids who need tech help at home. It was certainly a trying era that depended on undergarment, an era which predated Amazon Prime by more than a few years. For people who like the latest technology and cool toys but still appreciated hand-welded bicycles, rivets and zoom braiding techniques, and who like their bread to be East 11 of the actual time was at the whim of nature. This was definitely the year of the adult underwear. Everything was riding the coattails of Apple Newton, and by that time even my dad owned an iPod. Or Microsoft and Carta. What a wonderful, mind-melding time of many little hammers working on lots of big nuts and bolts at great cost for me alone. Yet in terms of long-term impact, I couldn't believe how it inspired people in unexpected ways. My grandmother started calling herself my dear aunt whenever we had contact by then. When the children moved on, she reverted to being my grandmother again, and only acknowledged us via birthday calls and gifts of homemade candied chocolate. Yes, at Christmas. Or, my God, when did Christmas happen? We were sitting Shiva when her last granddaughter was born at 80. Even so, I enjoy getting old Granny talking to Brenda's infant sister for hours each week. You don't forget a sense of humor that powerful. It really brings folks together at such a challenging time in their lives. One day she got the courage and confidence to leave me a message on Brenda. Don't ever get tired. Then she broke up the silence with "Happy birthday, sweetie." A nice effect there too. Immediately the relationship is instantly reestablished in that brief message. Both parties are connected to their emotional history through the time they were linked at close to the same moment of that emotional transaction, and at a point where that past is still emotionally important and relevant to them, as if they were sitting opposite of each other in a quiet bar for some fresh beers after work and have nothing better to do or really ever better to be doing. Another notable mention was my mom's uncle's new wife in Colorado who'd grown up with an abusive stepmother whom she always swore off. But somewhere deep inside that abominable person, I came across a video of her singing to me as my youngest, Alexandra, and me for Christmas. As my mother sat nearby, we talked as she sang me songs about forgiveness. But my brain is an endless recording of stories of wrong suffered, and all the time I wondered about my mother. Does she ever look in the mirror? Brenda is just one robot or tool designed to assist or educate families, to the point where my primary mode of operation has shifted from seeking clients, asking them what they need from a customer standpoint, which I guess means they asked what product was available, which answered the question before being able to ask the question. Usually a business and accounting ledger exercise, but an education exercise in an expanded way. Most companies choose to approach it by focusing on market potential or using the founder as their pitch person with business cards like the one above. One of the main critiques by Brenda. I don't know if I can take advice from someone so healthy. Can you make her sound more world-weary? So I added a breathlessness, like something autoimmune was afoot. Also to demonstrate that we're aware we can be completely obnoxious, as the underpinnings of Brenda are simply there to showcase some of the better, and I hope obvious approaches for conversational robots or interfaces to display more intelligent capabilities than merely executing an algorithmic conversation tree of canned phrases for use on social networks. Brenda can connect us to those algorithms. They can execute our conversations for us if we're busy. She has to be allowed to play for our pleasure in that role as an artist, but also an agent in a dialogue-driven society. She's still just a prototype, so maybe not as elegant or feature-rich yet. It doesn't need to be feature-rich because its purpose isn't to have me fill my home with useful capabilities. It needs to perform one single task very well. listening to my shit lately? Do you miss my jokes, riffs, and commentary, or just want to hear more of me on your mobile phone while doing the things you usually do while working? We're out to eat. Maybe you want to see and interact with your other favorite media stars as a daily afternoon fodder while at the gym. Or you're sick of those freaking robotic AI voices which have been crammed down your throat by now that started with the cold and mechanical dispassion. That makes them feel even worse, I'm sure. Then check out Brenda's gig. Try to make your computer understand it with whatever text input method works for you. Text message, phone app, or something else. This robot speaks back with your favorite shows or musicians, just like my iPhone connects to services for you as Girl, my popist. Let me popester you from here till rapture. You need the music or comedy or stories which talk about topics like travel, animals, kids, and friends, your hobby and interest, what happened on this episode of a TV show, your interest in reading, etc. Just don't be boring, princess, and make banter, or spam my feet or give me the cold stare. Okay. Have some self-control and try not to bore us so hard we come up with ideas which actually kill us, but be conscious of a light to be mindful of. Try it on your work and study as the bookcases get stacked high, so many ideas. Then pick a number at paper and think, when can I open a library on it? We can test what happens when the natural way you discover a great piece of media changes, as with Brenda who could scan my bookcase with. Okay, now it is now time for the new episode of Fraudenfreude. In fact, Brenda loves Fraudenfreude and remembers to tell you you probably think of her like that too. How do you know her? Here she is from an older video called Fraudenfreude. Brenda's special guest was Professor Tammy's Goblin, author of the fascinating My Baby Killed a DJ and A Who Wants to Be an Attorney at Large. Tammy was brave to dive in on the next level with Brenda after a summer's work as her first acting performance was on behalf of a character who died while going undercover for a spoof article. You could almost call it acting class to seeing what the writer found so funny like they have on American Horror Story.